On today's episode of Watch J&J, we get the 67 Camaro ready to get this drivetrain in it. It's time to do a little painting and a little prep work. What is going on, guys? I am Watch J&J, and today I'm here with Josh. He's already on it. He's doing a quick spray down on that transmission crossmember. Now that it's all clean, that's CRC's new Pro Parts Cleaner, which is the best cleaner I've ever used in my life, I think. That stuff, dirt just evaporates, and it evaporates.
There's no waiting. It's gone, and then it like flashes off, and your part's dry within seconds. Hardcore
stuff. I'm in love with it. And this is our just rebuilt Powerglide. We're gonna paint that black, and this is our new fuel tank with a built-in Holley fuel pump. And I want to go ahead and get that hung and the fuel line in tonight, and we'll just see how far we get. I think this is it's gonna have to get done. Also, a lot of you guys mentioned this in the last video. You were like, why don't you just rebody the car? And then I was like, wow, that's almost cheaper than the body work and the panels. I'm rebodying the car, so we're gonna order a new body down the road. Not now, we're gonna get this open, and down the road, just look forward to me having a brand new, a literally new 67 Camaro. That's gonna happen sometime after LS Fest. Right now, we're gonna get this thing running.
What's this?
Oh, the new straps. What's this? The cinder. Tank level cinder. Awesome. Fuel tank sending unit. Okay, and that is gas tank. Hey, nice. I got this. Tanks. It literally says tanks. And there's one more box in here that says box L. I think that's the pump. It definitely is. It's pump size. It's a pump sized hole. Boom.
Pickup tube.
Pickup tube. What else we got? Screen. Zip ties. Man. Turnkey. And we've got AN lines to hook all this up. Oh yeah, gaskets. Yeah, this is gonna be so good. I hope you guys are excited about having a new 67 Camaro as I am. Yeah, no holes in that tank. The old one was trash.
Does it seem like powder coated? That is not galvanized.
Whoa,
right?
that's clear coated or something. That's beautiful.
I don't think that's a galvanization. Nope. If it is, that is the most galvanizing I've ever seen on a piece of metal.
That looks amazing.
That's a mirror finish.
That is so cool. We need to wrap that in clear wrap. PPF the tank.
I wonder who makes these for Holley.
Tanks.
Oh, tanks.
It said tanks on the box.
Tanks.
This is nice.
Tanks a lot.
Good stuff. Tanks a lot. Oh man.
Dad jokes. Got them for days.
Oh, look at that. This one doesn't even use rubber. That's the cap. That's so cool. I thought I was gonna have to order a new rubber piece. That just goes all the way in.
Then it makes the car look like,
I know.
You feel bad for the rest of the
car is gonna look horrible for a little bit, for a short time.
That's that snowball effect.
Yeah.
You just want to do one simple job. And then
it just keeps going forever. Well, we've got here satin black paint. This is the transmission paint we used on the Rolls, and the Rolls' transmission looks incredible. So I want this transmission to look incredible too. I'm gonna move it and start taping things up, and then time for some paint. Well, the transmission is drying and the new vent's in, and I unmasked just about everything. So that thing is about ready to go in the car. Just have to let it dry a little bit longer. Now that the transmission is painted, we have to get the new engine mounts on this engine. These are the GM ones right here. We've got nice new ones. So we're gonna rip these off real quick. It looks like they've been off because they definitely have the wrong hardware on them. But should come right off just like that. And over here in the parts pile, we have beautiful machined ICT billet pieces again, and those sit flush, which is really cool. I like how there's this big, beautiful guide in here that just explains like common sense. Also, the brackets themselves have a passenger and driver on them, like actually machined into the surface. It says D on your side, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Mine says P. But these are nice.
I mean, lowest common denominator, I guess.
Yeah.
You gotta cater to that.
All right, my side's on. How's your side coming?
It's done.
Well,
done and done.
I know you had to find another random bolt over there.
Yeah, I did have to find a bolt.
And these look really good installed with the energy mounts. And you torque these 25 to 30 foot-pounds, so I get an excuse to use this again. So we're getting the tank ready for install. We got the motor mounts on. They look wonderful. all torqued, and now we can wrap a strap back around that and lift on them, which is ideal. Now we're doing the fuel tank sender, and you had to take this whole thing apart and get rid of this sliding bracket here to make it the right size for you to use inside this tank. But we still have to measure one more time. I don't think that's actually short enough, because for how short this tank is, it's 6.5 inches from the top to the bottom of the sender hole there. I think you actually have to like really shorten up the bracket or possibly even cut it. Pivot point to the center of the tank.
Half the tank depth plus 1/8. Yeah, so we're gonna have to cut this.
We do have to cut it.
We're gonna reassemble.
That's fun. A little bit of fab work on this tank, but it's gonna be really, really nice when it's done. A little bit.
Okay, so I'm gonna call that an 1/8, that bracket.
Oh yeah, the bracket's an 1/8.
It's an 1/8.
And 3.5 is...
This nut has to be at the 3.5 mark.
Wow!
So that's how much we're gonna have to cut off.
So that puts it exactly at that top hole, basically.
So we're gonna cut it here.
Yep, that seems right. Luckily we have the Milwaukee wireless chopper of things, which makes everything very easy. How's the fuel level sender going?
It's going.
It's very complicated. Oh, did you just cut that with wire cutters?
Maths. Yeah, I did.
Baller move. So I've got that trimmed and this trimmed, and I think I'm ready to put the pump in. And I just found out there's compression fittings for the wires from the pump, which is really cool. It actually seals off all of it. Sender is in and the pump assembly is built. We got the return right there. It does dump a little bit onto the pickup sock, and now we're ready to install very carefully the pump assembly. And it goes about like that, roughly. Kind of like that, but we gotta get that gasket lined up.
Yeah, O-ringed.
Those are super cool. I figured we should do a quick function test before we actually commit here, but we're pretty committed at this point. Let's see. Should. Works.
Boom.
I'm good with it.
Should we fill it with gas before we install it?
Yeah, we should definitely fill it with gas now, and then run the pump with the Milwaukee battery, and maybe put a grinder on the floor that's throwing sparks. Just see what, I don't know. It's art. So we are putting the engine in, and yeah, we're absolutely just guessing on how to do this, but it'll work. Man, that is a pretty engine with those new engine mounts, that will. Yeah. The old engine hoist is getting kind of tired.
Yeah,
it needs help. Resealed it. Okay, I think I got clearance. Clearance.
I think you do.
Butter. Watermelon sugar. Okay, I'm gonna rotate so we're centered. Okay. Usually we time lapse this, but I figured I'd just hold it this time.
We'll just move really fast.
Yep. There's their time lapse. Okay, so.
Oh.
Now we gotta go back, correct? There?
We're already hitting.
Oh man, that thing is hitting fast.
Yeah.
I've got an inch, I'm coming down. Okay, mine's pretty much.
On the motor mount, unfortunately.
I see that. Oh man, that thing is on there. And we're also on the throttle bracket there. Well, that got it really close to where it needs to be.
Yeah, this needs to go back 3/4 of an inch and down.
All right, and now we're taking the engine back out again. We're gonna put the transmission on first this time because there is literally no clearance between this engine and the firewall. So I know this is all, you know, made for the 67 Camaro parts, but we're gonna need, you know, a 1/4 inch would be nice. That much would be nice. Yep, it's good, you're good, you're good. Come on down. All right, once this thing's down, we're gonna go ahead and bolt up the flywheel, bolt up the transmission, and just get right back to work. And our new flywheel, more bling. We've got a SFI sticker that can go in the car, which is really cool. And there's our flywheel. This should be built for the LS to the Powerglide, I think. It's close. We're gonna have to like circle the holes that line up here. That one's also close. That's it. It does line up. All right, well, yeah, permanent marker those guys. Powerglide.
Right, chicken bowl on mine.
Slide
With
green.
guac. Double
Okay.
meat.
And Chipotle. I don't even know how to spell it. Look at that, a brand new flywheel, and it's LS specific, and it fits the Powerglide, and it fits the starter, which is amazing. So that is awesome news. And then we've got a quart of fluid in here, and we got a not spill, and we got to get this thing on. So you slide the converter on. You guys have seen this before. We did it on the rolls. Get it into the seal. Oops, here I'm touching that nice new paint. And then keep pushing until it goes in. Okay, we just got all the torque converter bolts in, and the transmission is bolted up to the engine. Take a look at that setup. We're gonna go for this. We are gonna try to stab the entire assembly because it's really the only way we can get it in here. So, up she goes.
It's not really wanting to go up now.
No, it weighs so much. In an exciting turn of events, the lift can't lift. It got up to what, about here? And then it started oscillating, like actually shaking, which by itself, which was crazy. Yeah, so hydraulic fluid. First, it's leaking around the ram. It needs resealed and all that stuff. But we went ahead and moved it in a bit. It's just probably out of hydraulic fluid and it needs some.
That way to go up.
Yeah, it's just done. So, I mean, I can help it a little bit and it might start. Nope. Oh, look how bad that is. That was only in there for like 1 minute. I think the seals are just toast. Well, we've got 2 more of these engine hoists. We'll roll one down from my house and we'll get this done one way or the other. But this is the best engine hoist. It's so nice. Anyway, I guess that's our stopping point for tonight. Everything's together. It's ready to go in. As you can see, I did pull the cotter pin for the throttle linkage, and I just need to pull it out with some pliers. And yeah, we're making good time. Paint, we got some paint done today. Fuel tank's ready to go in now, and throttle linkage coming apart, and everything else is ready to go in with it. And we can clear this out of here too. The old broken motor mounts, they all fit pretty nicely actually. So that can get out of there. This should be pretty easy. Ready to stab it.
Yep. The only question marks will be throttle cable.
Yeah, how are we gonna do a throttle?
And is our exhaust here yet?
Yeah, the exhaust is here.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we've got headers, which we should probably do now. No, later, now. I don't know.
They're long tubes or shorties?
I think they're short. So the shorties are obviously we can put on no matter what.
Yeah.
The long tubes, maybe not.
So if they were longies, we have to put them in first and like wire them back.
Maybe I should go get the box of headers and we should bolt them on. That's a good thought. That's a good thought. Anyway, that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to head on over to shopwatchshareago.com where you can get cool shirts, not like this. And please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. And I will talk to you next time. We almost made it. We thought the engine was going to go ahead and go in.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Feeling a little defeated.
So close.
It's always something.
The fuel tank would be in too, but we didn't have the AN connectors for the fuel line. We're close.
Oh, radiator, you have that coming?
Radiator's on the way.
On the way.
We got electric fans, nice radiator, LS swap radiator that bolts in. Uses the factory flanges, very nice.
You can use a transcooler in the radiator?
Yes, we're definitely not running an external transcooler.
Okay.
It was such a nightmare on the Rolls with all the fitment. The Rolls has room too, and this does not.
True.
That transcooler is really nice, but it took a long time to get it all done. So we're about there.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
So we could probably honestly mount the Terminator inside.
We could,
soon
and start
pulling stuff through the firewall.
pulling wire. Yeah, we just need a hole for the Terminator wiring, which is probably.
You know, if we don't do that before we stab the engine, we'll have to drill the hole up high somewhere.
Yeah,
It might be best to drill a hole down below while the engine's out.
It does need one little hole.
Put a grommet down there and pull everything through.
Okay, smart. We will do that. There's two. What you got to put 2 harnesses through the firewall: the main battery and the engine harness. So we'll
Probably a plug we could knock out somewhere.
yeah. We'll see what we can find.
But it's going to be, you'll be at the mercy of that location. But as we are now, you can like do it over next to the AC box. And
Right underneath the
hide it
AC.
all, yeah. Where's Brian out with that window?
Yeah, we do need glass. That glass is in town, so I know he's ready to come install
It'll be
it.
full roadkill style.
I know. Yeah, I'm gonna have to tell him to just come do it because obviously we're not gonna worry about fixing any of that metal at this point.
We'll go backwards 2 steps.
Yep, we'll take the glass back out. Oh, you know what? I think he said the glass was $56. So even if it doesn't come back out, it's not a big deal.
Is that 1967 pricing?
I was like, $57? Are you serious? He's like, yeah, it's absolutely what those cost. Huh.
All right.
So that's cool. Glass for your 67's cheap as long as it's the front piece. The rest, probably not.